What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back. We are back actually. Yay! 2 weeks in a row. We're making a streak now. Snap
Woohoo!
streak जैसा सा 100 पे
Snaps.
पहुंचेंगे तो देखेंगे बाद में. So actually, no, both of us are also really busy this weekend. But I happened to come across this one random show, and it just traumatized me and it scarred me. So I'm like, मैं क्यों अकेले suffer करूँ? Then I was like, Soumya, please, please, Soumya, can you
Obviously, the
take?
next sufferant
Yeah,
had to be me. So,
yeah.
like,
Like, please, can you take some time off your day and suffer a little bit with me? And then she truly suffered. And then we're like, you know what? Why are we keeping it to ourselves? We want
let's
the
make
world to suffer.
everyone suffer.
Yeah, because we
But
are such good people.
I don't know if you guys heard of this, but
Yeah,
Rakhi had her own like little tabloid talk show called Rakhi Ka Insaf. And when I say
yeah,
Rakhi, I
bro.
mean Rakhi Sawant, like the
और कौन सी
Rakhi
राखी हो सकती
Sawant.
है वैसे?
अरे यार मैंने
was
ऐसे ही
was
राखी बोल दिया वो करण अर्जुन की माँ होगी तो like you never
Yeah,
know.
that is also true. She was also, but yeah, that is one insaf I would actually watch because it would have some content. So basically, if I had to describe what Rakhi Ka Insaf is, by the way, it's available on YouTube. It's on Sawant's channel itself, right? So you can just
Yeah, and
go
in
have
that
a
she
freaking
in each video she has to
yeah.
write my name is Rakhi Sawant.
Hmm.
This is a show I did.
That's the description. She's like, hi,
In
hi,
each
hi, my
video.
fans. Yeah, hi, my fans. This is my show, Rakhi Ka Insaf. Please enjoy. I love all my fans. That's
Actually,
the
just
standard
because of
description.
this, we're gonna put the description of this episode as "Hi, my fans."
Yeah.
Apostrophe
Yes. Hi,
S.
my fans. Yes. Let's go. So basically, if I had to describe what Raki's Ka Insaf is, it was basically India ka Jerry Springer, but like because Raki was hosting it, it was on steroids and
Dude, I feel
other
like Jerry
other
Springer
drugs and
already was on steroids, and
yeah,
but the point of Jerry Springer was that the host, Jerry Springer, he wasn't
hmm,
insane. It was
yeah,
the contestants that were
true,
insane, like whoever was
true that.
participating, not contestants.
In
But
in Raki Ka Insaf, I feel everyone in that studio collectively is bonkers.
dude, it's like if you had to write a paper on mob mentality, you can just go and visit the set of Rakika and Saf, and it's like a perfect example.
Yeah, dude.
But he's
It's
right.
like
It's
an
like you come in and there's a gas in the air that you breathe in, and then you collectively go crazy. That is what
or
probably
maybe
happens on that
or
set.
maybe it's a prerequisite. Or
Okay.
maybe it's like a
They screen you,
prerequisite
and
that
how normally
yeah,
the screening happens to remove all the insane people. But
yeah.
in this one, the screening happens so that all the insane people pass through the filter.
So what they do is they go to other show का set. Yeah, कौन बनेगा करोड़पति इंडियन आइडल वहां पे जो को वहां का है वो लोग इधर लेके आके इधर बिठा देते. They should be like, this is our audience, dude. Because also, by the way, guys, why we are saying audience is very important because audience also had an active participation role.
So they have an actual say. It's like, how the American justice system, where there's a jury
Yeah.
of normal people.
Yeah.
That's
You're,
exactly how
you're,
this Iraqi
yeah.
sounds.
Because they like how Kapil Sharma just randomly throws it to the audience and be like, हाँ आप कहाँ के हो वगैरह. This is not throw the audience to ask who you are, what you do, whatever. It's for asking opinion. आप क्या इन्हें कहना चाहते हो? सीधा out of left field.
And sometimes now she doesn't even ask. They just start screaming from there. That's why they're
Yeah,
given
yeah,
like
they
a
do.
mic. So
Hmm.
they can say whatever they want on air, basically.
Oh my God! And also like honorary mention to the people in the audience that are clearly have been like brought there against their will because they just sit like this. When the camera's
All
on them.
look angry the whole time. Like they are
They,
applauding, like,
they're just like there is this bunch of people that the guys हम लोग सिर्फ अभी तक audience पे पहुंचे ठीक है. The show
we
is
are
that
not even
interesting. हम लोग
talking about the show
yeah,
yet. Like,
we will get there. We are just dissecting the audience now. Okay, so the audience is also freaking filled with cartoons, dude. It's amazing because there was this one episode. Okay, Now we'll talk a little bit about content, which made me very uncomfortable. To be very honest, I don't know why, but it just did. Okay, so there's a small snippet, like a 4 minute snippet of that entire episode on YouTube. This Rakhi Sawant calls a girl. She calls a girl out, and there's a guy already sitting. And the girl is like decently pretty, and the guy is like very chomu hai
Normal
thoda sa,
looking.
theek hai.
He's normal looking.
हाँ, like very generic kind of guy. And then like the girl is also like not like freaking supermodel, no? She's also barely
But you can tell
like,
that she's a
yeah,
model in some way, shape,
yeah,
or
yeah.
form. Yeah.
Correct. So the story is why they're asking for insaf is that both of them are actors. और उसमें guys, I'm not making this up. I'm मम्मी कसम ये word है. तो उसमें ठीक है, this actor and this actress had a scene where they got married. Okay. And because of that scene, this actor's like, now she's my wife in real life.
और
I
उसने क्या
cannot
किया था,
make
उसके उसके फोरहेड पे उसने सिंदूर डाला था.
मांग में
And
सिंदूर डाला था.
and this is what he says कि मैंने उसके मांग में सिंदूर भरा, she is my wife. And then that lady is like, एक scene में मेरे मांग में सिंदूर भर के you don't end up becoming my husband. Like that's not how this works. And then okay, so
No.
just another leeway from this entire situation, which is already quite bonkers. This show purely exists so that Rakhi can have like witty comebacks. Like
Yeah.
that is
So Rakhi in this, I'm not even making this up, she becomes an economist. Because she says कि अगर सब लोग ऐसे ही सिर्फ मांग में सिंदूर भर के शादी करने लगे तो सब पंडित लोग भूखे मर जाएंगे. And then she clarifies after this, I swear to God, she clarifies saying जो मंत्र पढ़ते रहते हैं हर दिन. She had to say that.
just in case that someone didn't get it.
It's a, just in case
But
random
every
पंडित
time
करने
she
मिलेगा तो.
says something like this, the crowd goes wild. The crowd's like Rakhi, 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 and then they start like fucking going crazy. Like that's
वो उनको या तो उनको एंट्री के साथ साथ रेड बुल तो पक्का देते हैं, शायद कोकेन भी देते हैं, शायद, I'm not sure, but
and
रेड
the
बुल तो
problem
guarantee.
in that situation always goes to the side. The thing that is
Yeah.
at the forefront is the Rakhi admiration in the air.
Yeah,
Like
of course.
then
Which is the
forget it.
stark opposite from Jerry Springer, because Jerry Springer used to be
That's
far
true.
away
Everyone
from
used
that
to
shit.
kind of shit on Jerry Springer, and also
Yeah.
I think like Jerry Springer also had like that racist sort of viewpoint when Jerry Springer was
Yeah.
this old white man, and everyone he brought on the
Correct.
show was always black, and
But
like, so
mostly black, yeah.
the audience was mostly black, so not everybody was like super fond of him. That's a different thing.
Correct.
But Rakhi
And also,
Sawant,
I'm just coming there. Also, Jerry Springer, after she said that उसने मेरे मांग में सिंदूर भरा, will not sing भरो मांग मेरी भरो. So there's like a
I
massive
forgot
difference.
she said that.
So there's like a massive between. Guys, it is traumatic, but it is so entertaining at the same time. Like it's like it's cringe, but it's uncomfortable cringe.
एक के
like
बाद एक कुछ ना कुछ you think okay, this is probably the worst thing that happened in the episode, the next line will be something worse. Like that is
case in point, using example. Okay, so this is a 45-minute episode. I have seen only 4 minutes of it. Okay, guys, बहुत कचरा हुआ उसमें. The next cut is, okay, someone from the audience telling ki ma'am, because this guy is, he's, if you, sorry, I have to say this very correctly. If you are emotional, this is what she says to the girl.
Emotional.
अगर आप इमोशनल है तो आप इनकी तरफ देखिए और देखिए कि कितने शिद्दत से आपको प्यार करते हैं. इनको माफ कीजिए और स्वीकार कीजिए. I'm like, excuse me, that is a movie scene, you dumbass. What is wrong with you?
Also, किस बात के लिए माफ, किस बात के लिए स्वीकार? Like I'm still not understanding only. Like I don't know if something worse also happened. Like what is?
Yeah, because okay, getting there. So okay, so that is cut one. Okay, cut two is there's an old auntie, like a really old auntie, and she's like, मैं ये बंदी की दाद देना चाहती हूँ कि she came out in public and had
Instead,
and could tell that सिंदूर में मांग में सिंदूर भरने से शादी नहीं होती. And I am just thinking ये आंटी की लाइफ में क्या हुआ है कि उन्हें ये
no, but you forgot. As soon as our auntie said that, Rakhi was like,
yeah
देखो देखो बाग में सिंदूर भरने से शादी नहीं
नहीं
होती है.
नहीं no no she
ये
said
दांत
देखो
दे
देखो
रही है.
ये आपकी दाद दे रही है like she had to like she was basically telling the actress कि guys I'm giving you such a platform, you guys are actors, use this as audition, come on. देखो दाद दे रही है and that female is like okay cool, what am
Like,
I going to do.
yeah, I mean, I feel like that poor lady. Okay, so we all know that this is the stage where probably logic comes to die. Like, there is
Hmm.
no way that something would survive this, something
Guys,
sensible would survive this.
if anyone is going to Rakhi ka insaf with their problems, then that's the last straw.
You know what?
Definitely
People should
logic is
go to
going to
her
die
with
then.
all these ऐसे society में वगैरह problems रहते हैं ना कि इसने बहुत
Yeah, dude.
सालों से
Oh my
ये नहीं
God.
दिया and all. They should go to Rakhi and
Guys,
stuff.
dude, anyone out there who's a comedian or a writer or whatever, this is a sketch idea we're giving out for free. If you do a Rakhi Ka Insaf episode, but with society AGMs, you have killed it. You have just nailed it. Dude, इतना AGM vibes देता है dude. ना भी समझा मेरे को.
Like, मतलब कितने ड्रामे होते हैं. This can easily be a Rakhi का stuff episode. Like,
Hmm.
there is no need to even over exaggerate anything. Everything is there. All the content
Yeah,
is there. Like, you just
correct.
need to pick up this content and put it in that context. Literally all that is.
So they do these shit fluff pieces also, right? Where we tried to watch like the first episode before recording the podcast and we just couldn't get through it. And I feel the producers of the show then realized, okay, कि यार ये तो चलो अब actual maybe they went into the field and they actually got like a couple who was like no, the husband was like no, I am very traditional, and the woman was like no, I come to Bombay to become an actress and he's not letting me, so whatever. Cut to another video where there is some, I don't know who these two people are, okay, but they're just a man and a female are there. And Raki just asked, तुमने कितने टाइम से बात किया, blah blah blah, some shit like that. And it just boils down to the woman getting up, taking a chappal, throwing it at him, and there is just constant abuse. Constant abuse.
Like,
I don't even want to repeat it.
and in the middle of that, the audience started cheering. And I asked Ramanujan that what happened that the audience started cheering, because I can only hear MCBC. I have not heard anything but that. There is no way that they started cheering in the middle of that
Of course they did,
randomly.
because that one dude ran in with a sign saying clap now. That's it.
We have to end
But
this
dude,
whatever's going
yeah,
on.
so it sort of started off with this, which I'm assuming were like true stories, and then it just turned into a shit show, like a full masala shit
But to
show.
be fair, that whole shouting and screaming is probably like genuine.
Uh, maybe, yeah,
Like,
maybe,
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because the content that came out of that was very little. They were just saying the same thing over
yeah,
and over again.
yeah,
Like,
same
when
thing over
you're
there.
angry,
Yeah,
it's very difficult to think
you
of
don't make
content.
sense.
Like,
Hmm. Yeah, we've seen emotional attachar. All of us have seen it. So, yeah, that's
and
where it comes from.
I know this is a sidetrack, but emotional atyachar mein actors have had the most fun.
Yeah, 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 dude.
Like,
या जो भी टेस्ट करने जाता है ना वो तो माँ कसम especially
just
like
making
girls
out with
guys
people.
just make
It's just like,
fucking
what
कुछ भी
the.
चल रहा है.
Anyway, coming back to Rakika and stuff.
Yeah, so like there was this one episode which I feel was a serious issue and it sort of shouldn't have come on the show because it felt like some really serious accusations were being thrown around here and there. So it was basically a guy who was like, I'm not happy in my marriage, my wife is not happy with my marriage, she is wanting to leave me and I don't know why she wants to leave me. And to be fair, ये लोग गाँव के हैं, okay, so they are not that well versed and it was very evident that they are on the stage for the very first time.
Hmm.
And Rakhi Sawant is shitting on this dude left and right because she's like, why your husband, why your wife wants to leave you? Because you're dark, because आप थोड़े से सावले है. Like, and then she realizes that she's taken it too far, so she gets it back by saying, अरे मैं भी तो सावली हूँ, हम तो सब मेकअप लगाते हैं, ये
Hmm.
सब दिखावा है. Like,
Hmm.
you know, so that happens, and then when the wife comes in, it just becomes so fucking serious. Because and she asked like shit personal questions, right? कि तुम्हारी शादी होगी, तुमने सुहागरात मना लिया, बच्चा है नहीं अभी तक, तो ठीक है ना, क्या ही फर्क पड़ता है, like shit like that. And then the wife comes in and immediately she's like, these people try to make me sleep with this dude's mama, like immediately. That's the
Matlab,
first
it
thing.
became a fully crime patrol episode. Like there
Yeah,
was no
dude.
in between. Like right from Rakhi का
And
इंसाफ, अभी तो सावले मैं भी तो सावले इसके बाद ये हो
two
गया.
fucking left turn,
And it got
and
worse
then they,
also, I think, because
yeah,
he was
it
accusing her of like leaving with some javarat and all that and not returning and
that was
whatever.
also there. And then they get the mama on board and the mommy on board and this female's parents on board, and then this guy sitting in the middle. So abhi issue chal raha hai between mama and the wife, right? The mama's like, dude, this is nonsense, you're just accusing me of shit and
Mm.
whatever. तो क्राउड में कोई तो कुछ तो, क्राउड में भी people start getting involved, and then this guy who's clearly intimidated by his own.
I'll tell you what the crowd dude said. This is one of the
uh,
things which like where he just started screaming and they gave him a mic like out of turn. It's like मैं ये पूछना चाहूंगा कि अगर आपकी शादी ऐसे ऐसे हुई है और ये मामा ने ऐसे किया है तो आप सुबह सुबह पुलिस में क्यों नहीं गए? And everybody is like भाई ऐसे नहीं
to
होता
be
है,
to,
नहीं जाते पर पुलिस के पास लोग. Like this is
yeah, गाँव
the
वाले तो
last thing that
थोड़ा,
happens.
yeah,
Because the
but
first thing,
like,
that tiny ass girl who I'm sure she's 21 or something in that show when she came on
she
that
was
show.
19 by the way.
Hmm. Like there's no way she would, before going to her parents or before complaining to someone else, she would the
Go
police.
to the cops. Mm. And then, so the mama and the girl are like fucking as a shouting match. And then Rakhi Sawant is like, why is this husband not talking?
Hmm.
Right? And the
शादी तो
husband is
आपकी
like,
हुई
dude,
है ना, ऐसी कुछ बोलते हैं
and
उसको.
the husband is like, dude, I have, he's clearly intimidated. He's not ready for a shouting match. And then when he starts talking, Raki's like, nahi, aap baat mat karo, aap to na mar do. And then the crowd fucking cheers for it. And I'm like, tum satya gaye ho kya? Like, you cannot like air people's dirty laundry
This
like
is
in
this
front
is
of everyone.
this show actually got flack because of this, by the way, because that
Yeah,
guy
no
committed
shit.
suicide.
What
Yes, that guy
the
and that
fuck? I didn't know
family
this.
blamed Rakhi Sawant and the
That's
show
so,
because she
of
called
course,
him important on air.
which is, see,
Because he when that
it's
show ended and all, like after that he was like really depressed and all that. And like 2010 में हुआ था शायद ये.
fuck. Who wouldn't be though? Like, I mean, that is why I think the show stopped. And I feel that is why after this episode, they took a left turn and they did all this actor ka nonsense. Because after that, whatever happens, right? They never
It's
took
not serious
household
enough.
topics.
Huh.
They
It's
never
not
took
serious
household
enough.
topics of like marriage, of
And
whatever.
they've taken mostly like upliftment, whatever Rakhi would say would uplift
Hmm.
people. Like they've taken mostly
Correct.
that stuff, like ki women empowerment, you should also work.
Hmm.
ऐसे कुछ they've started doing
Correct.
after that.
So, and then what I feel it became was that ये लोग सब जो struggling actors है ना, वो लोग को एक story दे दिया कि भाई तुम लोग ये करो. You know, you will also get exposure, come on the show, and you can also chill and whatever. Because तभी तो internet था नहीं, so you can't just verify anyone. But I feel, yeah, that like, of course there is a way to be cringe and all, but shows
This
like
was
this,
too serious. I think people like lose track. They kind of forget that they have a moral responsibility. Like, because especially in a show where your name ka insaf is there. Okay. Like whatever you're saying technically on the show is law. Like you
hmm,
can't say, but and everybody in that room is paid to agree with you.
yeah,
So like यहाँ पे जो moral responsibility Rakhi had in that moment where she decided to just play to the audience and be funny and like be
Hmm.
try to make a joke out of
No,
everything.
also that, plus it was a conscious decision to put it out.
Yes. But that's why
Like,
now they were only looking at that. The audience was very impressed and they were like laughing.
hmm,
And maybe the
hmm,
audience went home and said, "Ye to bahut acha episode tha. Like I really enjoyed myself." Like, matlab,
hmm,
you know, they thought ki it works. So they put it
hmm.
on. I don't think they were thinking about the ramifications of this, like this
या दैट तो
particular
नो वन
because
डज, वो तो स्टैंडर्ड बिहेवियर है, जब तक तुम फटका नहीं खाओगे तो तुम कुछ भी करोगे टाइप्स, दैट्स द
exactly.
थिंकिंग. बट देन
And
इट
like
बिकेम
I
लाइक द
think
सबड्यूट.
yeah, because of this only thing, like there was a big Allahabad High Court में बहुत बड़ा कांड हुआ था. Rakhi Sawant had gotten arrested, and like
हम्म,
matlab then there was an order कि you have to put a disclaimer that the show is not for children. Then she was only given late night slots, and like it was
हम्म.
not put in prime time or any time where everyone would
नो,
watch
आई
it.
थिंक दिस वाज नॉट इवन ऑन लाइक अ
Yeah,
वेल
it was
नोन
on Imagine TV.
channel. Yeah, I don't know what
Imagine
the hell
TV.
Imagine TV is or was, because I've never seen it.
I think it was like
So
one
it,
of
it
those
sort of makes
offshoot
sense.
channels that had come up
Hmm.
recently.
But देखो, yeah, we started off with like a laughter and shit, but they did push it to like shit limits as well. And I, like with every show, like Emotional Attachar mein also, pehle season mein they used to take like real stories that had real life ramifications, and then by season 2, season 3, it's all kachra, it's all scripted,
It's
and then
all
it has to shut
scripted.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Nee,
yeah,
but
I
like
don't know how Jerry Springer still runs though.
Jerry Springer is like a on of like I feel like at one point they also made the decision, conscious decision that we are only going to do entertainment based stuff. Like even though the accusations might have been real that oh you're sleeping with my
हम्म.
sister, oh you're doing this, oh you're doing that, that sort of shit. But the thing,
एक और
but the
शो था ना, डॉक्टर फिल करके.
but Dr. Phil was not like this. Dr. Phil was like he would interview people about something they've done, like or
हम्म.
something that some people who were in the news. Like recently, only I saw this. Uh, I don't know. You must have seen it also. It's a documentary on Netflix called Our Father.
हाँ, yeah, you were
हाँ,
telling me
so
about it.
उसमें like there were these people who all discovered that they have like 23 and me pay they discovered that they have a lot of half siblings, and the half
हम्म.
sibling count went up to 100 and all like वैसे नहीं होता usually. So they came to know कि somebody who's running an in vitro fertilization clinic is their father, like that's his whose genes are there, so that means he has given his sperm to all these women.
Everyone, yeah.
So these people, when they had come out with their story, that time they had
Dr.
been
Phil
called on
interviewed
Dr.
them.
Phil. So like that is what Dr. Phil is. Like that is not like
Got it.
Jerry Springer or Rakhi and Zaki. These people have a
Hmm.
problem and this fellow is here to sort it out. And
Got
weirdly
it.
enough, Dr. Phil is actually like some psychiatrist or something. Like
Yeah,
he's
he's
got
not
some
just like a,
qualification. He's not Rakhi
yeah, he's
Sawant.
not like a, he's not a 90s rapper who just like put doctor in front of his name. It's legit.
In conclusion, I guess these kind of shows only make sense if they are fiction.
See, because I just told Soumya this, right, when we were watching this episode, that if the show was still going on, and in today's day and age, so you just cannot have real world problems out there. Everyone will kill you.
And
Like at the drop of a coin, people will
even
come
if you
and
go
kill
to
you.
watch this show, those people will give you death threats. Like it's not
Yeah.
about even being
Hmm.
talking on the show or like even just being around is enough.
But like if you know, or if it's like a well-known universal truth that all of these stories are sort of fiction and half-baked truths, and if this was happening, मैं तो पक्का जाता देखने. Just the shooting, just for time
100%.
pass. Yeah.
We would also be those hype audience. Every time Rakhi Sawant says something like Rakhi, 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 Rakhi. But only
Oh
if she's
man.
not calling people Namar and shit. That's so mean.
Yeah, that then we start booing.
Yeah, like
Make sure the audience
boo,
boos with us. Yeah.
boo.
Then it will not make it to the episode, but at least morally we'll be right.
They'll
So
kick us out
yeah.
immediately. They're like, I don't know how you passed our insanity procedure while
Then
coming.
KBC will be like, "अरे तुम sane हो इधर आओ." And then we watch your episode with
Fastest finger
KBC and
first.
come back. Yeah.
Straight to that fastest finger first.
Entry. Yeah. But man, if you guys feel like having a drunk night, and if you feel like laughing your ass off for no reason, watch. Apart from that cringy, that pushing
That
the
horrible
boundaries,
episode.
wala,
Like that's
that
the
horrible
episode that shows
episode.
up first, by the way. So like
Yeah,
be
so
aware.
don't watch that, but any other episode you can pick up and watch, and it's hilarious. It's just too funny. It's and Rakhi
It's just
Sawant is the
also Rakhi is not
pinnacle of
giving
stupidity.
in staff in any way, shape, or form in this. Like she's
Rakhi
not
Sawant is
coming
the
for any
pinnacle of
conversation.
stupidity in the show, and she's got a platform to show it. So her actually, I feel her Instagram is already up there, but her body of work is just how is just to show how
The
ridiculous
Rakhi
people can get.
Sawant filmography, discography, videography,
Yeah,
everything.
it's a thesis paper waiting to be written. So whoever wants to take up that challenge, all the best for your PhD. Then you will actually be doctor, and then you can do a doctor whatever show based on Rakhi kind of stuff. Yeah,
Full circle.
it's very
We'll
late.
come full
Yeah,
circle.
we come to full circle. It's very late in the night, and I'm making shit theory, so it's time to call it. Alright.
Bye,
Okay,
guys.
so guys,
Mostly,
like,
we'll
share,
see you next
subscribe,
week.
please. Yes, we will see you next week. We see you next week. Yes, we will see you next week. We'll make it work. Okay, so like, share, subscribe, follow us on Instagram actually, because you get the most updates there. Okay, cool. And also please आप podcast सुनो जरा, analytics थोड़ा वहाँ पे थोड़ा सा ऐसा low है. YouTube चलो अच्छा कर रहा है. YouTube इंशाल्लाह is doing well, but podcast सुनो यार कभी, मतलब
Yeah,
कान वान में
man.
लगा दो ऐसे.
Help a homie out. Watch the
Yes,
podcast.
please. Chalo. See you on the next one. Bye bye.